Time to drink some wine, okay? Hello everyone, Jeff Eccles here with The Lonely Vine. Welcome to episode 101. That's right, kicking off the next 100 episodes with this one right here. So I guess I have to start collecting another 100 corks. So, let's get right to it. How you been? Been good? Good. So, have a fun little wine for you today, I hope. Kind of got a chance to see this one a little bit because it had a recommendation of 30 minutes decanting before you got into it, and I didn't want to decant the whole bottle since I'm probably just going to have one glass tonight, so I've already poured it. So let's get to it because I'm interested. Okay, so what we're doing tonight, we're going South America. We're going to go to Chile, but it's not Carmenere. And it's not that it would be, but it's not Malbec either. It's not the typical South American wine. We're going to go with a Syrah this time. This is going to be from the Colchagua Dio? I don't know. This is from the Koyle Royale Syrah 2007. And, something really interesting I wanted to show you on this one. This is a non-filtered wine. So, when you have a non-filtered wine, you can get a little bit of sediment in it. And as I was going to move this wine after I had poured a glass, and I hope this comes through, but I hope you can see this staining on the inside of the bottle, the sediment that got built up there from it sitting down. So this sat there with a lot of sediment in there, that's really probably added to the body of this wine. I hope you can see it. Let's see if I can do this without getting my finger stuck. Yeah, look at that. That's just coming out of the neck of the wine, of the bottle. So, decent amount of flavor hanging out in the bottle along with the wine. So let's get into this Chilean Syrah and see what it's got for us. Kind of excited, one of the things that I find in a lot of Chilean type wines is, a bit of herbaceousness leading towards, like jalapeno pepper or some kind of chili pepper, or that kind of spice to the wines, regardless of the grape. So it'll be interesting to see if that carries through in this Syrah. You ready? I'm ready. I would normally pour here, gluk, 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 but since I already did it like 30-40 minutes ago, I don't need to do that. So color-wise, and I did. It is a bit of a heavy pour. I gotta say, I didn't quite do a tasting pour because, yes, I'm gonna taste it, but then I'm gonna drink it. So it's a little bit of a heavy pour, so a little bit tougher to see the color on it, but you can definitely see the glass staining on there. And this is more in that, more towards a purple kind of color, maybe more, like a garnet kind of purplish kind of thing. I'm really only able to see it on the rim. It's just, let's just pour a tasting sample and see what we're looking at there. Yeah, so definitely more in the purplish kind of color, and you can see the staining on there. So plenty of staining. Definitely in that purple, garnet purple kind of color mix. Nose-wise, now I got a little comparison I can do. So there are some typical Syrah kind of smells coming through this. There is that meat kind of thing. There is a bit of black pepper. I'm also getting a little bit of a perfume kind of smell on it. You know, more of that flowery kind of aroma. Maybe a little bit on the blackberry dark cherry kind of thing, but more this is more kind of the earth driven, you know, the meatiness, you know, the spice with the black pepper. Really a lot of the meat kind of bacon fat deliciousness kind of smell coming off. And you know, between the two, you know, I think in the one that's opened up a little bit, that meat may be a little bit more pronounced. The bacon fat may be coming through a little bit more than it is. Yeah, you know, get more of a dried kind of sense on that one, if that makes any sense at all, which it may not. Do get a little bit of sense of the oak in there. Really tame, really not big at all. So pretty interesting nose on this one. Some of the typical things that you get out of a Syrah, you know, and I'm getting those blackberries, you know, the dark cherries, a little bit of the oak presence, you know, the meats, black pepper, you know, so all that's kind of, you know, it's smelling like a little bit of breakfast, really. I mean, making me hungry more than thirsty, but let's get into the palate on this one and see what it's going to give us. So really get a lot of those darker, bluer fruits right away. You know, that blackberry, that dark cherry, you know, some blueberry, it's all coming through. It's very present on the front of the palate. And as that transitions back more through the mid palate and the finish, you start picking up more on, you know, some of the tannins that are coming through of it, more of the wood tannins. You start picking up on a little bit of that pepper spice, a little bit of that meat comes out to play as well. Yeah, so you really get that tannin coming through on the finish. You know, the astringency, that drying component really comes in there, and you feel it. So you get this real nice fruit up front, multiple layers of fruit, and then the structure kind of comes in and grabs hold and lets you know that here's some wine for you with some structure. So you know, pretty nice play on the front and the back. So this has a little bit. It's not exactly what I would say a one-dimensional wine. It has a multi-dimensional facet coming through on it. It's got a nice fruit character up front, a little bit more on the earth tannic kind of thing on the back end. You know, I was expecting maybe a little bit more of a old world kind of feel with it. I don't know why I was expecting that, but I was, and it's really not there. This is really more of a new world style wine. That I think a lot of you would really like. This would really pair well with a lot of the classic Syrah dishes. You know, stick to the richer meats on this one, stick to the more marbled cuts, and I think you'd have a pretty good pairing list. I think this would be a good pairing with chili. Actually, that just struck me all of a sudden as I was thinking of what I'd pair with this. That chili with this would be a good one to pair with. So, but a lot of other things too. I mean, come on, Syrah. Yeah, good stuff. Definitely, this is one of those wines where I would say put some food with it, and it will come through a lot better. Yeah, of course you can enjoy it sitting on the couch, but I think this would find its happy place with a plate of food or a bowl of food if you were by chance serving it with, I don't know, chili. I think I said that. I don't know. Chili? Yeah, you get it. I really don't have to belabor it anymore, but I probably will. So, no, I'm done. Okay. So, question for the show. Episode 101, moving forward into the rest, up to 200 and beyond. I've had some really interesting requests. I have some, I think, really interesting and fun shows coming up in the next 10 episodes or so. But do you have any requests? I know I've got some requests for Greek wines. That's going to be coming up. I'm taking the show on the road a little bit, but is there any requests that you have for shows you would like to see? It can be grape. It can be, hey, Jeff, do this. You give it to me. I'll try to make it happen. And until next time, everybody, cheers.